What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Wrestling Junkies Podcast. I'm Mr. Cincinnati. Podcast has run a little bit late, but he will be joining us for our show tonight. But it's Monday. It's a brand new week. I didn't want to wait. I'm super excited. We've got a lot of awesome stuff. Two phenomenal guests tonight. Cannot wait to share their conversations with you all. As always, thank you so much for joining us. If you could, hit that QR code in the top left corner. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. We are on the road to 1,000 YouTube subscribers right now. We're at 319, and we need your help to get there. So, as always, if you know just one person that would enjoy our show, please just do us a favor and share it with them. We've got brand new episodes, damn near daily at this point. Incredible guests, incredible interviews, and we just love talking wrestling. And hope that you guys enjoy what it is that we've been doing over this last year and a half and 210 episodes. So as always, hit that QR code, like, share, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, follow me on TikTok. We got an incredible show tonight. Before we get into that, just a few more quick announcements. As always, make sure that you are following the Main Event Wrestling Network. Always good to catch up with Mr. OTM and Jim Tucker. Last night we did a Main Event Mixer number 11, so you can check that out on our YouTube channel as well as the Main Event Network YouTube channel as well. Talking a little bit of SummerSlam, catching up on SmackDown, the new designs of AEW Collision, and the road to Wembley. Cannot wait. Cannot believe that we're already about 2.5 weeks away from All In. So check that episode out. Think you guys will really enjoy that as well. If you need some merch, check out our merch store. We've got t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, beanies. I know the podcast dad wants a hat. I'm working on it, I promise. What we earn, we do our best to reinvest into independent wrestling. That's how we get to do all of the awesome things that we do as far as the shows that we sponsor. So support us so that we can continue to support the world of professional wrestling. If you need any WWE merch, make sure to use our affiliate link. Brand new designs coming out for the White Six, John Cena, Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso. The list goes on. You want it, they got it. Use our link. Again, what we earn, we do our best to reinvest in the world of pro wrestling because we just absolutely love this. And as you can tell in the top right corner there, we've got a brand new sponsor. The wonderful people at Gorilla Press Apparel are the official apparel sponsors of the Wrestling Junkies Podcast. 3 fire merch designs on their site right now. There's a few more coming in September. And as the year rolls on, including some exclusive collaborations with the Wrestling Junkies Podcast. So do us a favor, go to gorillapress.bigcartel.com for all your Gorilla Press apparel needs. If you're a wrestler, if you're a referee, a promotion, anybody in the industry, a personality, Gorilla Press does also take custom orders. If you need to stock up on those merch tables, give them a shout. We've also got a few great shows that we're going to be sponsoring over the next couple of weeks as well. First one we've got is going to be Intergender Bonanza number 20. It is the birthday of Stan Styles. August 22nd, this is going to be at the H2O Wrestling Center. Our friend Sammy Chaos is taking on Killdozer Matt Tremont. It's going to be live on IWTV. Can't wait for you guys to check this out. This is just going to be an absolutely incredible match. Good luck to Sammy. We have also got coming up this weekend, Summit Wrestling Association, One More Mountain to Climb, an incredible show with the likes of Common MK, Red Dog, TJ Sykes, Chris Andino. The Queen of the Mountain will be crowned. This is just an exciting show all around, and happy to be supporting this along with our friends at the Main Event Wrestling Network, who are partial sponsors of this show. So make sure that you're checking that out. It will be on YouTube a couple of weeks after it actually airs. So if you guys could, no spoilers, so we can check it out in full. Next up, we've also got Neo Pro Wrestling coming this weekend as well. Gold Rush show, including former WWE and TNA superstar Rhino in the house. This will be going on in Salem, Ohio. This is another show that is sponsored by our friends at Gorilla Press Apparel. And I think because you guys have heard me talk enough, it's about time he is finally here, bringing in the podcast dad. What's up, buddy?
What's up?
How you doing, man?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
That is not a sincere fantastic.
We need to talk some wrestling.
It's been a Monday. It's been a Monday, I know. But you're looking well. How was the weekend?
From what I remember, pretty good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yep.
You know what? I can say that I tried.
You can.
But
good job.
Yeah. Thank you. Hey, I'm doing my best over here. You like my shirt?
Yep. You like mine?
I do. Shout out to Gorilla Press, man. I'm telling. I love the logo. I really do.
It's a good one. Did I miss all your plugs?
Yes, you did actually.
Darn it.
Like literally just got back. Yeah. As
Darn it. Start doing this every day.
Don't be a dick. Okay. All right. It's enough about us. It's time for us to start introducing some guests. So tonight we will be joined by indie wrestling icon Gary J. You know him, you love him. Unsigned, don't care. The definition of a true road warrior. He's competed in the U.S., Canada, the UK. I'm probably missing like $700. Yeah, seriously. But Gary, along with Aaron Williams, Anakin Murphy, they make up the collective Unsigned and Don't Care. It will stop at nothing to redefine wrestling at their terms. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and bring him in, Mr. Gary J.
Hello.
Gary, what's going on, brother? How you doing?
Not too bad. How you guys doing? Can you guys see all right in the shot? Yeah, okay.
Oh, we got you. We got you.
Hell yeah.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for joining us. It's good to finally connect with you. I think we've DM'd a lot on social media before we actually set this interview up. Just with everything that you're doing, we certainly try to repost every time that we get an opportunity to do that. So this is fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, no problem at all. Thank you. And like I said, thank you for always resharing or retweeting or whatever, Xing. I don't know. I appreciate it. It takes a lot, it takes a whole village to build one thing. So it's just not a me thing, it's a we thing.
That's fair. But you know what? You've had so many years in the business. We're going to go in the Wayback Machine here. We're going to start at the beginning. Here at the Wrestling Junkies, when we look at pro wrestlers, they're superheroes, they're supervillains that clash. The one thing they do have in common, though, are origin stories. So if you could, Gary, tell us just about some of your earliest memories of pro wrestling.
Man, I was probably 12, maybe 11 or 12, and just turning on Saturday morning wrestling, and like I think I've said it 1,000 times before. I just remember seeing Macho Man and how colorful he was, and then I ended up, bleeding over into like Shawn Michaels, and then I've been hooked ever since.
I like it.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's a good one. Shawn was influential, I guess, but we'll get back to that one.
You don't seem very convinced that Shawn was in it like it.
No.
I'll argue that
he was.
Death. The man's the best of all time. Still.
Best of all time, we can argue, but
no, you can't.
Let's not.
I can, because the best of all time does hold a win over Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania. So,
oh, for the love of God, okay.
And it's not the one you're thinking of.
I know.
Cincinnati.
I know.
My best of all time is Kurt Angle. So,
it's fair.
I'm not going to argue he's up there, but he's not. But that's all right.
He's up there, but he's not. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about kind of, you've been in the business a very, very long time. What's kind of the craziest memory you can think of? Like, what's the experience that you've had where you're like, holy crap, I'm in the wrestling business and I'm actually doing this?
You got to realize when I started, it was 2003, so there was absolutely no social media except, there was, but no one used it for wrestling. It was the very early stages of maybe Facebook and MySpace. MySpace was first. Just the culture back then was obviously a lot different, and some of it I miss, and then some of it I'm glad it's gone because it doesn't need to be around. So just the culture back then was the most insane thing. People would show up to work, quotations, work, like there was no rules ever.
Yeah.
And obviously I can't really dive into that because that would just cancel everybody. But at the time, there was no cancellation, or you couldn't cancel somebody because they were a dick or they did something. You could just go, well, I'm not going to be associated with that, so I'm just going to leave that over there. So the culture back then was insane, and obviously we've evolved and we've grown, but I still think the culture of being very hard nosed and kind of stubborn at first, like that needs to still be around, and I think that lacks a lot nowadays. But I could go into a whole diatribe and a whole rant about all that. But so just the culture is what like kind of blew my mind at first.
What about like as far as like fans too? Have you seen an evolution in crowds? Have you seen it for good, bad, and different?
Yeah, because once again, social media is so big, and like I love wrestling fans. If it wasn't for the wrestling fans, and me being a avid wrestling fan, I still love watching it. I'm not one of these guys that's been doing it 20-something years. Oh, I hate wrestling. I don't watch it.
Yeah.
No, like when someone tells me that they're in the business and they don't watch wrestling, they're fucking lying. They just want to sound tough and cool. So fuck that. So like, it's one of those things where I still love wrestling. So I understand that like if I wasn't a fan, I wouldn't have gotten into this. And wrestling fans nowadays, I feel they just want to argue. They just want to like. It's okay to like different flavors of ice cream. You can like every style of wrestling. It's great, So like, at the end of the day, like, we're here because we love it. Let's just like put down the I don't know, the criticism hat and just enjoy, have fun. People legitimately like get into these big arguments and like they're gonna kill each other, and then they start throwing real like slander at each other. It's like, this is over a fucking Shawn Michaels match. Like, relax.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if you like AEW, that's cool. If you like TNA, that's great. You like anything in Japan, cool. I like certain things, and I will talk highly about certain things. I'm not here to go, this sucks. Who cares? Like, if we always focus on the negative, that's all we're going to think about every day is the negative. There's so many positive things in professional wrestling. Let's talk about that. So I would say, like, the fans overall are just, they need to relax. Go outside, touch some grass, go to a movie, and come back and watch some wrestling.
It's a common phrase on this show is touch grass.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And also, real quick, shout out to the King who is in the chat.
Yeah.
But Gary, 20 plus years in the business now, and you use this hashtag on just about every post that we see, Unsigned, Don't Care. How has this mantra come to define your career and the moves that you make within the industry?
It defines me simply as like, for the longest time, myself included, like so many people, like they want that contract. They want to sign that contract and be on TV and make money. Well, there's so many people under contract right now that aren't even on TV and they're sitting around and making money, and that's awesome. Yeah. But like, I like to go out there and give people a live experience. I like to perform. And if I was under a contract, I might be performing. I might be sitting by someone in catering eating fucking lasagna all day. Who knows?
Yeah.
So, like, to me, I realize that signing a contract's not going to define me in what I want to do in professional wrestling, or the business, as they say. Like, I just want to go out there and I want to give someone that paid their money to come to a professional wrestling show and go, well, that's different. Oh, that guy's crazy. Oh, did you see that? I want to give them the live experience because they paid for it. They deserve that. As a fan, that's what I want to see. Someone just go out there and bust their ass. So, like, that's what kind of Unsigned and Don't Care means, is just like, sure, if things happen to fall into place and it was correct and it's exactly what I wanted, would I sign a contract? Yes. But it's not defining me. I'm going to go out there no matter where I am, how many people are in the crowd. I still call them territories, whatever territory I'm in, and I'm going to bust my fucking ass. And those people are going to go, that guy worked his fucking ass off. I'm going to support that. I'm not going to go out there and just be one of these, well, there's no one out there, I'm going to phone this shit in. Fuck that. Like, no, I'm getting paid either way. Like, I'm going to go out there and work my fucking ass off. And unfortunately, people go out there and go, Lighthouse, I guess I'll just take it easy. I'm not going to name names, but I mean, like, I'm there to go, nope, Lighthouse, I'm going to work harder. I'm going to actually go out there and give those people something to talk about, to tell someone else, so next time there's a show, they'll bring them. Because unfortunately, we know the indies, they're not dying, they're thriving, but people want to talk about how they're dying. They're thriving. Ask anybody.
Oh, I hope they're thriving, because that's what we do here, is we support independent wrestling, so it better be thriving.
Exactly.
So let's talk about a few of these territories. You competed everywhere across the U.S., Canada, UK. I know Mr. Cincinnati missed a few probably, but what's been your favorite area to perform, and then what's kind of that underrated underrated territory that you're like, man, I really love going there?
I will say as a whole, like the Midwest, specifically, I'll say St. Louis. Is obviously, I'm a very big part of St. Louis Anarchy. Check it out on IWTV, and we put everything on YouTube for free. And if you need tickets for any shows, stlouisanarchy.com.
Yeah, you got that coming up, Safire Reed, September 27th. Yeah.
I am over the moon about that one, but we can talk about that. Basically, St. Louis as a whole in the Midwest is very underrated with talent. It's very rich in talent. So, like, that territory, I guess, as a whole, people sleep on because they talk about the West Coast because there's a lot of good stuff. The East Coast. I defy you and I dare you to challenge anybody in the Midwest on my level, and we'll blow everybody out the fucking water. So I would say the Midwest overall is very underrated. Obviously, St. Louis Anarchy is my home. I love it. I did a month over in the UK last summer. That changed my whole life in perspective, and I can't wait to go back. There's so much talent over there. Obviously, as you just put the flyer up for Safire, I am excited for that. Bringing someone over that not a lot of the fans might know, but at the end of the night, they're gonna know who the fuck she is. Like, and then she specifically asked to work with me, so I'm like, let's do this. So, like,
awesome.
I'd say the UK is so rich in talent and deathmatch talent as well, which, like, it's starting to kind of bleed over because people are going, oh man, look at that. So those are two of my favorite, like, territories or areas specifically.
Nice. Let's talk about something you did this past weekend. Tax Return Wrestling is an event organized by Anakin Murphy. Not only did you compete, but you hosted a seminar as well. I mean, you got 20 plus years of knowledge that you want to impart on the new generation of professional wrestling. So just tell us about this weekend, about your match, and what you try to bring to seminars when you teach.
When I bring stuff to a seminar, like, obviously a lot of seminars are very cut and paste. Okay, this is what the basics are. Do this. Okay, I'm going to talk for a couple hours and then get paid. Once again, just like, my philosophy on, like, going to a show in wrestling, it's the same thing. I took notes, took this very serious this time. I took notes on my phone of, like, things I wanted to work on, and I asked some people, like, hey, what do you think lacks in, like, in-ring and stuff like that? So I went over a lot of that, and then, like, shared experiences of, like, what's worked for me. Because I tell people, I was like, a lot of people are going to tell you this, that, and the other thing. If it's safe and it's over, I don't care what's done. If the crowd enjoys it and it's in-ring and it's safe, do whatever you want. Because in wrestling, like I said, there's so many flavors. Just because it's over for this guy doesn't mean it's going to work for this guy. It's very pick and pull. It's like a big puzzle. It takes a while to figure out. So, like, that's what I bring to a seminar. And I like to actually connect with people and talk to people and get to know people. And, like, it always blows me away because I forget. Hey, sit down, bud. Sorry.
It's all good.
I forget that I've been doing it so long, and I have a reputation of, like, insane things I've done or just stuff I've done, and I'm like, oh yeah, I guess I do bring things to the table because I try to stay humble. I know I'm very good, and, like, at times I can be cocky, but I think that needs to happen. Like, you need to know your worth at some point. Mm-hmm. But, like, when I do seminars, I get questions a lot about that, how I got to where I was. Like, just being very stubborn and, like I said, not being married to the fact that, like, I'm not contracted every 20-something years because I still enjoy the journey. It's not a destination. It's the journey that you learn all these things and you enjoy. So that's kind of like what I wrap up into a seminar is a lot of, like, focal points about what helps me and, like, what got me to, like, where I'm going. Which I don't even know where I'm going. It's the journey.
Yeah. What would you say is the biggest thing that you've learned about yourself as a wrestler, having gone from consistently, in-ring career, but then also adding this layer of teaching the next generation as well?
I like to teach and I like to be a leader. So I kind of take very, very big pride in, like, being a veteran, quotation. A veteran that someone can actually come to and get advice. Because when I first started, I got, oh, that sucked. And I'd go, oh, why did it suck? And they just walk off and they would just downplay it. I'm not here to do that. I want to leave wrestling better than it was when I came in. Pay it forward, as I say.
Yeah.
So, like, I like being a leader. I like teaching. And if people show their interest and their passion like me, I automatically see it in their eyes. I'm not going to give you a high five and a hug going, that was great. And if it was bad, it's bad. We're talking about it. I'm not there to like give you the props that you don't deserve yet. I'm there to make you better and get you better. So like, I like teaching and leading. So being a leader is like what I found I am now.
Mm-hmm. So how does that relate? And then, to the fans. So we talked about, kind of teaching the wrestlers moving forward. What about the fans? Why is that such an important interaction for you and them moving forward?
Being a leader, because I think a lot of people watch people I help constantly. They see me and them. Anakin Murphy, perfect example.
Yeah.
He's pretty much he's like me when I first started. And I don't mean that in a bad way. He's better than I ever was at that age and how many years in. But you watch Anakin Murphy work and you automatically know I've had a lot of influence on him. Like, if not his in-ring style, his attitude, or the fact that you always see him around me. We're pretty much on the road every weekend together. Yeah. And the fans see that and they go, oh, wow, like, I guess Gary is kind of like a leader. And then they see me work or do what I love to do. And then, like, we all share the common interest of loving wrestling, and, like, fans can see when you love it, too, and you're having fun, and they see passion. And to me, that all just kind of works together.
Yeah. Very well said. Very well said. As we kind of, move to the end of the conversation here, when it's all said and done, what do you see as the legacy of Gary J? And I know you touched on quite a bit of it, but just if you had to sum it up and what do you want to be remembered for the most?
Man, I'd say, like, when it's said and done, because I've been asked this question before, and sometimes it's the same, sometimes it changes. I want to be someone who, like, when I'm long gone and not in wrestling, or I'm not in ring, because I think I'll always be a part of wrestling, even if it's backstage. But when I'm finally like, okay, my body said enough, even though my brain says we can go. Yeah. I want to be known as someone that always showed up and did their job very well, and then everybody always got their money's worth. Like, I'm very big on that, like, because I've been around long enough to see people just go out there and play professional wrestler, or like phone it in because there's not a packed house out there. We're not in fucking Corrigan Hall, To me, everything I do is important, and every interaction I have with fans are important, and the money I'm making puts food on the actual kitchen table that I'm doing this on right now, and I'm very lucky for that. So grateful, gratitude, and all those things. But like, my legacy would just be someone that went out there and then, you got your money's worth when you saw my name or my picture or graphic.
All right. Now, I think I know the answer to this question, but I'm going to ask it anyway.
Because we ask everybody.
When you think of Mr. WrestleMania, is it Shawn Michaels or is it The Undertaker?
It's Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, see.
Close. I mean, by all means, this could be a whole different podcast. I'm a very big Undertaker fan, to the T. Like, I saw his one-man show, and I was the happiest kid in the fucking candy store. It was awesome. Yeah. I would say Shawn Michaels, though.
Okay. All right. I kind of knew the answer already, but we have to ask.
Yeah.
So, well, maybe we can have you back on and do the Bad Blood rewatch.
Oh, let's do it. I'll watch it tonight just to bone up for it.
I like it. Well, Gary, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Before we let you go, where can everybody find you on social media, and what do you have coming up? Where can everybody see you?
This weekend directly, because everybody's 3 seconds and they move on in their life. I'll be at Unsigned Pro Saturday in Columbus, Ohio, and then Naptown in Indianapolis, Indiana on Sunday. And then if you want to look me up on social media, look up Gary J on Facebook. My Instagram, I think, is Unsigned and Don't Care 85. And then my Twitter is @StiffRoboGinger. And if you want to use my email for some odd reason, it's barnowl18@AOL.com.
It's the first AOL.com we've had.
I'm very
old. Gary, thank you so much. Once again, best of luck this weekend and the rest of 2024. Keep giving them hell, man.
Awesome. I appreciate it. You guys have a great night.
No problem as well. Take care. Thank you once again to Gary J for joining us, and thank you for joining us out there tonight as well. Remember, Gorilla Press Apparel, use the code WJP2024, 25% off of your entire order. Again, there's some great designs that are already on there, and there's some that are in the works. And Troops, I'm not sure if you saw the chat that Will left. That's you and the
I am the Halloween guy.
Love it. Yeah,
I am the Halloween guy. I got married on Halloween, Gorilla Press, so this better be good. Expectations are high in this house for Halloween.
Look, Halloween's fun. It's gonna be great this year. It's just it's gonna be great. Come on.
I'm just saying Halloween is big in this house, so
it actually is pretty big in the Hoops household. Yeah, it's fine. Shout out to Judician for joining us. Let's go. Thank you so much, guys, as well as Xander Invictus. How we doing, brother? Good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Again, it's a great week. We got some pretty big guests lined up. So tomorrow we have the tag team partner of Jameson Shook, Finesse. The other half of Totally Shook will be joining us. Mike Quackenbush on Wednesday, and then Thursday. The meat episode. Thursday is the meat episode. We have got Sam Holloway.
Say what you want to say.
Episode.
There it is.
The Sirloin Sons of Bitches episode. We got Sam Holloway in the house, as well as Big Trouble Ben Bishop. Cannot wait to chat with both of these guys. It is quite possible that we'll be making a visit to Wrestling Revolver. It is in Dayton. It's not that far. I think a little, we can do a little mini Junkies road trip.
That might be a you and MJB thing. Podcast Dad Mom might already have something going on.
Oh, you're no fun. Yeah, no, that sounds fun to me. I know.
Well, I'm sorry. I think the last time Junkie went out to Wrestling Revolver, it was just me and the Podcast Mom too.
That is also true. I will give you that. I wish that I wish that I could have. All right.
I am just saying. You can represent. You and MJB can represent.
I can. That's easy enough. I got plenty of Gorilla Press and Wrestling Junkies apparel. I got you.
If somebody needs a wrestling shirt, they can come to you. Yes.
I do have like hundreds at this point. It's
yes.
I have a problem, but
I know what you spent at the Superstore.
Yeah. Okay. Well, don't put my business out on Front Street. All right.
I was 1 cent off, folks, and that's
literally a penny off of his
cent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take that. So. Oh, yeah, my wife was amazed. She's like, "How did you know that?" I'm like, "I'm a wrestling fan."
God, you know me so well. But no, I think it's time to move on to our next guest. If I may be so inclined, tonight we are joined by, a rising star in the pro wrestling world. He's a graduate of WWA 4 Academy and the Nightmare Factory. He's a reigning Renegade Independent Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. He's been making waves on the indies right now, and he's got some great matches coming up at All Pro as well as RIPW this month. So without further ado, let's bring him in, superstar Jay Lucas. Jay, what's going on, brother? Can you hear me?
Yeah, how you doing, man? How y'all doing?
Fantastic, brother. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Let's get right on into it, man. So here at the Wrestling Junkies, I know you've heard the spiel before. Superheroes, supervillains, they clash. That's the world of pro wrestling, but we want to hear about the origins. So, Jay, tell us about your earliest memories of pro wrestling, man.
I think it was about 2006, 2007. It was the Edge live sex celebration. That was my first time, seeing wrestling. My sister, she was watching it. She was watching it in the living room, and she was watching in the living room. And I had just walked through. I was passing, to go to the kitchen or whatever, and I just happened to see, Edge and Lita in the bed or whatever, and it just, for some reason, I just stopped, right in my tracks. And ever since then, I've just been addicted to wrestling. Feel me? So yeah, that was my first experience with wrestling.
Okay, all right, that's one way to get into the business.
That is,
Who were some of your favorites growing up?
Some of my favorites: Kurt Angle, AJ Styles, Shawn Michaels, Edge, people like that. And
how have they kind of influenced how you work?
Honestly, man, I studied a lot of those guys. With them being my favorites. Oh, I forgot one, and Sting as well.
Mhm.
In the TNA days. But yeah, I watched those guys, and I feel like with every wrestler, I feel like you take a couple of bits and pieces, from your favorites. So I feel like I definitely took a lot from those guys and implemented it, into my style.
Yeah. So we said it up top. You're a graduate of the WWA 4 Academy and spent some time at Nightmare as well. I don't even know how many WWA 4 people that we've had on the show. The list is pretty long at this point. We're still waiting for AR Fox to stop by for a chat. So if he's watching tonight, or if anybody can pass this along, fingers crossed, we can talk to him about it. But we asked everybody the same question. Tell us about your first time meeting AR Fox, because we've had like a spectrum of things that people have seen.
Okay, so yeah, I was in college, and it was during the pandemic, when the world first shut down. They sent us all home from school, and I was just thinking about, what to do next, because I knew I didn't really want to be in college and stuff like that. I didn't really like school, and I just started researching wrestling schools. And my sister stays out in Atlanta, so I looked up, some wrestling schools out in Atlanta, and the first school that popped up was, the A4. So I just, from there, I applied, you know what I'm saying? I applied, I sent them the money or whatever. And then I drove, 6.5 hours, I left on a Wednesday. I went straight from the road to the fucking, I'm sorry.
Hey, no, it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, I drove 6.5 hours straight off of the road, and I went to the training session on Wednesday. And everybody was sitting in like a circle and stuff like that. And I guess he was, giving, critiques to them. I think they had like practice matches or something like that before I got there. And he was just giving them critiques, and I went and talked to him, and and I got my start.
What was that first meeting like with AR Fox?
Honestly, I was a little nervous, you know what I'm saying, jumping into this new, thing that I know nothing about. But it was really I would say calming, He told me he would teach me, everything I wanted to learn. If I had any questions at all, I could ask him. And yeah, man, it was a good experience.
We've gotten that pretty common answer, like just very down to earth, very very relaxed, and will answer anything.
Yeah. So no, you're good. So yeah, what's at that point, once you've been indoctrinated, you've gotten to meet AR Fox, what would you say was the the easiest thing for you to pick up when it comes to wrestling? I think we've had people on that said running the ropes were hard, but taking a bump was nothing to them, and vice versa. And there's always something. So we're always just curious to hear what people have to say about what they took to really quickly when it comes to that initial training, and what you felt like was your Achilles heel for starters.
Honestly, I feel like I adjusted well to the physicality of wrestling. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people, when they start, they're not really good at letting themselves, get hit, and they're not good at, because wrestling is painful. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people take a while to adjust to that. But I played a lot of sports growing up. I played football and stuff. So it was kind of easy for me to get adjusted to, getting hit and hitting people and things like that. What I would say was something I kind of struggled with was, I would honestly say being in wrestling shape, because like I said, I play sports and stuff like that, but being in wrestling shape is a lot different than any other sport you would play. So, yeah, it kind of took me a while to get adjusted to that, doing the drills and stuff. I would get winded, but, being in the ring, more and more, you get adjusted to it.
Yeah. So you got a pretty big match coming up, huh? On August 18th.
Yeah.
That's at Naptown All Pro Wrestling. You will be taking on a friend of the show, Rico Gonzalez.
Yeah.
For the heavyweight championship. How do you feel about that? How what are the nerves going in? How's the prep been?
Man, me and Rico, we started around the same time, so I've been knowing him, since pretty much my first, days, training and stuff like that. So I think we will know the things that we would do to each other. We know each other's moves and stuff like that. We've been training since day one, so I'm pretty prepared, to take his championship coming up this weekend.
Oh man!
Yeah.
All right.
Wow. we got some fighting words already. Pretty prepared to take his championship.
We do have a question from the audience here. This is from Too Sweet Kyle. Strength in the ring, and then any ring style or working style that you want to learn more about.
I would say my strength in the ring is I would say being a good striker. That's something that I've been trying to get better at and kind of change my game to be more of like a striker and a brawler. Blend in a little bit of old school, a little bit of high flying and stuff like that. And what was the second half of that question?
What ring style would you want to learn more about? Something that's not already in your moveset.
I've really been trying to study like the old Japanese strong style. You know what I'm saying? I've been watching a lot of stuff like that. So that's something that I'm looking to implement into my game, in the future.
Nice. So, sorry about that. Yeah, I was getting ready to close that chat out there. Sorry. But we've also got this triple threat match coming up here. See Terry Lawler and Jermaine Prater. Tell us about this match coming up, the promotion. Where can everybody check this out?
It is Southern Violence and Wrestling coming up in I think it would be in Swanee, Georgia. I never wrestled any of those guys, but Terry Lawler, he's been around since my first days getting into the business. We both wrestled at a promotion called West Georgia Wrestling. I'm not sure if it's still around or not, but it was around 2021, my first year in wrestling. So I know Terry, but we never stepped in the ring together. So it should be an exciting match. I'm not sure exactly where they're posted, maybe on the YouTube channel, maybe probably like a month after the show, a couple weeks.
Right on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, Terry's the guy we've gotten to see live once and quicker than a hiccup for sure. So I like the clash of styles here.
Yes, he is. So you stated that you have a dream match with the infantry. That's Charlie Bravo and Sean Dean. Why would that match mean so much for you?
Honestly, around the time I got my start, it was around the time that Sean Dean first got signed, and he came back to the fore, and he had a plaque made, and he gave it to Fox and stuff like that, and he gave us like a little speech. I can't remember exactly what he said, but he just came and gave a lot of good advice, and did a couple of drills with us and stuff like that. So that's a guy I've been seeing around since my beginning. And Carly Bravo, I met him at the Nightmare Factory a couple years ago and stuff like that, and I've become real good friends with both men. So that's a match I've been trying to get for a while now.
Yeah, Carly Bravo. Sorry, I snuck an H in there.
Yeah, a little bit, but that would be a fun Ring of Honor match to watch for sure. I'm just gonna throw that out there in the universe for you.
Yeah.
All right. I want to talk about. So you like playing college football 25? I have yet to buy it. I need to. Give me a 30-second sales pitch right now on why.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not sure if you played the games, from all those years back.
I have.
Oh yeah.
Oh
man,
yeah.
It's just I'm still living off the nostalgia right now, bro. It's just crazy to be able to play a college football game, after like 11 years, and man, it's really fun, bro. You should give it a try.
Okay.
Honestly,
because I hate Madden, and I've hated Madden for a long time, and I was scared this was going to be Madden.
No. It's way different from Madden.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. That means I have to go out and purchase PS5, but that's fair. I can do that.
You should, man. Come on. We can. We'll both get it. We'll do some online.
Oh yeah. Let me just pick the money off the tree that I have in the front yard.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I have kids.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
All right.
Heath, diapers aren't cheap.
I know.
No, you don't. But you don't. right.
Yeah. No, let's get back on track here, Jay. As we kind of look towards the end of this conversation here, just take us through 2024. You've had a hell of a year, Renegade Independent Pro Wrestling, heavyweight champion, hell of a run there. You're kicking ass, taking the names of the ring, and you're backing it up. What do you have left for the rest of 2024? What would be the cherry on top?
Honestly, man, it's something that I really, like we just mentioned, Ring of Honor. That would be, my next step. It'll be coming a little, sooner than later. So just stay tuned for that. And but yeah, that would be, my goal, my short-term goal. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Okay. All right. Might have dropped a little bit of news right there, but stay tuned. All right. So I don't know if you were listening in on our last interview, but this is going to be a hard question. When you think Mr. WrestleMania, is it Shawn Michaels or is it The Undertaker?
For me, man, it's Shawn
pressure.
Michaels. It's Shawn Michaels all the way, bro.
Come on.
Y'all just it's Shawn Michaels all the way. Shawn Michaels has been one of my favorites since I was a kid. I just got some gear made recently that I just got sent in to me, and it's Shawn Michaels inspired. I'm sure y'all see it around, pretty soon. Y'all see it at Naptown and stuff like that. But yeah, it's definitely Shawn Michaels.
Love it. Well, Jay, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I know that you don't do a ton of interviews, so we are greatly appreciative that you took some time to hang out with us. Where can everybody find you on social media? What else do you have coming up? I know that we've touched on a few of your matches coming up this weekend.
At J Lucas Pro on all social medias, and this Friday I have a 4v4 tag match at Classic City Wrestling in Atlanta. So that'll be pretty fun. Got Naptown coming up on the 18th. Also, I think I'm missing the show that I have on the 16th. I had to check my notes, but I got a pretty big couple of months coming soon. So just stay tuned. Keep checking my social media, and I'll keep everybody updated.
Well, that sounds fantastic, Jay. Thank you so much for joining us. Best of luck this weekend and in the rest of 24, and hope to have you back on soon, man.
Thank y'all, man. Thank y'all.
Yeah, take care.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much once again to Gary J and Jay Lucas for joining us tonight. Always super excited to have conversations with people. I mean, this is probably one of the best parts of the job here.
Yes. I don't get to talk to you the entire time. This is the best part of the job.
All right, well, I'm sorry that you now have to talk to me for a few minutes because Monday Night Raw, it's here. It got some cool stuff happening tonight.
Roman came back, by the way.
He did, and still has not yet said a word. And, oh, damn it, Hakeem. Really? Come on,
Hakeem
man.
Young show? Okay.
Everybody's got a podcast now.
Is that his podcast? Or is that his in-ring segment?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Probably not. Yeah, Roman Reigns came back. I'm kind of digging the theme song. LA Knight had a good promo. I'm digging his theme song as well.
Because it's not Def Rebel.
I know.
That's why it's,
I know. They're starting to move away a little bit. But yeah, Tama Tonga can't hold a tag title.
There's also a botch compilation going around on the Twitterverse as of late too. Like it's not.
I didn't know that when he missed the low blow and then when he hit the low blow, he hit him in the head. Did you see that part?
I just
Tongaloa, not Tom.
I know. It's just.
But yeah, let's. I haven't. What's going on?
As Kyle also very quickly.
Yes, very. Of course. Thank you, Kyle. Thank you.
Also, I don't know why I'm giving him our time, but whatever. Apparently, we're marks.
I'm
cool with that. Yeah,
that's fine.
It's okay. Could be worse.
Some would say on the mark, but no, we're.
I see what you did there.
Yes.
But Monday Night Raw here. So we've got Braun Breaker taking on Sami Zayn, 2 out of 3 falls match for the Intercontinental Championship. This has to be the end of the program, right?
You would think so.
Like, I want it to be the end of the program. Like this has been a great feud. I think this was a perfect opponent for Braun to take the title off of. In hindsight, being 2020, this has been a solid angle that they have done. But it's time to move on. We got 2-3 weeks until Bash in Berlin. I gotta see Ilya pounce. I do. That's the match that I want at Bash in Berlin. I do not want Braun versus Sammy if we're already getting the 2 out of 3 falls tonight.
It feels like the end, right? Because of the two out of 3 falls aspect of it. It feels like the end.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want Ilya though. Like I'm worried about that. I'm worried about it. That's all.
I mean, but it was a great NXT program. What is it that? And I actually would not mind this either if it is just a clean sweep.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, because we've already gotten the competitive match. For at SummerSlam, it was. Everything they've done with Braun as far as kind of the, getting a little too quick for his own good or a little too hot-headed for his own good. But there's a very evenly paced, perfectly executed match that if he does, now that he's got that champion's high right now, they might just turn on the gas and run through him. I'm totally good with that.
Yeah, I could see a 2-0 and just really establish it. I don't know if that hurts Sami Zayn. I don't know what's next for Sami Zayn. So this will be interesting to see what is he going to do next. Like, obviously he's not Gunther's next opponent because that's Randy, but he still has that, hey, I did beat you. So maybe that's a Survivor Series-ish type of move for Sammy, with it being in Canada. So maybe it's not Montreal, but
yeah,
I don't know.
I don't
know.
As far as going towards Survivor Series, and Kyle says it here, same as Teflon. I'd agree with that. I mean, going down 2 falls to Braun, yeah, like I would not think that hurts him. But at least as far as what I see for Survivor Series, I mean, he should be at least considered a backup option for War Games. If they don't put him in,
yeah.
At least as a because that was probably their best iteration was when Sammy was doing his thing,
space that. Yeah.
You have to think that Roman, is probably also going to just ignore the draft and at some point show up to Raw if it means I've got to recruit somebody to help me out with them. So if he's really against the ropes, I could see him doing that.
Okay. Yeah. No, I did forget about the whole bloodline. Him being in that. The Jacob Fatu injury scares me a little bit, but I'm fingers crossed we still get that War Games.
So I don't know. I don't know why I'm giving him the time.
Oh, I don't. I watch cricket. No. Hakeem.
Cricket's pretty cool, man. You've never watched cricket?
Hakeem. I like winners. See, I like winners. So go ahead and talk your trash. That's fine. Thank you for doing your research.
Well, it's because mine's in the name, so But Rhea Ripley kicking off Monday Night Raw here. I can't even begin to guess what she's gonna say now. It's just gonna be.
She's gonna be angry.
Yeah, as she should be. I mean, this is so good. And actually, this brings up what we should talk about here. So you've heard that there might be a rebrand of the Judgment Day, right?
Yeah.
You've heard the name, right?
Oh, are you back, old man? Are you back?
Let's talk about this. Our fact checker is also not a fan of the name.
Nobody is.
It's not.
You cannot defend
Dom's
this.
Dom's hair.
You cannot defend this. Do not try. Stop. Stop. Don't defend it.
I'm gonna stop.
What is it called? Gutter trash or something?
Street trash.
What this? Oh my God! Don't. You have so much branding in the Judgment Day. Just do that. Street trash. It's terrible. That's a terrible name.
It's not the worst.
Somebody got paid to come up with that, and we're doing this. Come on.
I mean,
Street trash.
Look, name aside, I do think the rebrand might be appropriate here.
No.
I think that it would be.
No. Hello.
I think there would be. Daniel, how's it going, man? He was also in the stream last night, the Main Event Mix, so check that out on our channel as well as the On the Mark podcast, Main Event Wrestling Network channel. That's the channel it's on. Give them a sub too. I think we're at 30 or 40 right now, trying to get that number up as well.
So real quick, no. I'm not going to let you talk anymore. how many iterations of the Judgment Day have we been through already? Why can't we do another one? So you have Edge and Damian.
Yeah.
Edge and Rhea. Finn, Rhea, Damian. Finn, Rhea, Damian, Dom, JD, R-Truth, Carlito. Like, you've already been through 7 and it's stuck. Just go.
You know what? It's Raw's starting to feel very soap opera like right now. Just thinking of how there've been all these different iterations of that group. Look at how long the Bloodline story has gone. Like it's
exactly the Bloodline's
I'm liking
been
the
through
soap opera
other
energy at
iterations.
times, but I mean,
Don't change the name. It's so dumb. Now you got me angry.
How did I get you angry? This is just a conversation. I just want to talk.
Trash. What a terrible, terrible name. That might be the worst name ever. Might be worse than Beaver Cleavage. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. All right.
It would go up there. It would go up there as terrible. What's the logo going to be? A garbage can?
Anybody can get it over. It's Dom. But I sincerely hope that is the first and last Beaver Cleavage reference.
I don't know if it's been the first. I don't know if that was the first. I think we've had it before.
Have we really?
Fact checker.
Yeah, fact checker. That's one for you. If there has ever been any other Beaver Cleavage reference on this show,
it's probably me.
Okay.
Too. Sorry.
What's that?
It was probably me. Sorry.
It might have been. I don't know. We'll figure it out. That's not our job. Damage Control taking on Shayna Baszler, Zoe Stark in a number 1 contenders match for the Women's Tag Team Championships. Dakota Kai out with a legitimate injury right now, written off of TV. So the chips are down here. Asuka's down.
Did you see the thing on social media? So she had a clip.
More than that.
She had a clip on social media that WWE posted where she's doing something backstage.
Who? Pronounce pal.
Dakota. And if you listen really closely, you could hear the Wyatt 6 theme. Somebody betrayed their family. Nikki's looking.
Damn, that's good. Ooh, because we haven't seen her yet in the ring. That's when do you think we see that?
I would hope soon. Well, they posted that.
Dude, and I gotta say, Rowan, Gacy, Loomis looked great.
Yeah. I mean, that's a way to write Dakota off of TV too. Is have her laid out thanks to the Wyatt 6. So
yeah,
and they need something else. Like I don't know if the thing with Chad Gable's going to keep going or not, but we'll see. Because they're not advertised for tonight, I don't think.
They are not. No. But Carlito is battling Damian Priest.
I don't need to see Carlito wrestle. I just need to see him in backstage segments. That's it. That's all I need. That's all I need from him.
Hey, come on. You are getting paid to wrestle. So
I also don't like their name. The Terror Twins.
That one's not great.
They're not twins.
It's just basic, you know.
But they're not twins. Coming from the twin expert. They're not twins.
You are the twin expert. I'll give you that.
I am married to a twin, and I have twins. Yes, I am the twin expert.
I forget that, too.
Mm-hmm.
Podcast dad. What would I do without you?
Yeah, probably not this.
Yeah, probably not this.
Probably not selling. Hey.
Yeah. Give the crew Gorilla Press Apparel a follow at Gorilla Press APP on X, at Gorilla Press Apparel on Instagram. Use code WJP2024 for 25% off your order. GorillaPressApparel.BigCartel.com. Also, he is taking commissions right now. So if you're a wrestler, referee, personality, promotion, if you need some merch for your tables, Gorilla Press Apparel taking commissions right now. Go support the crew. I mean, I don't know what more we can say about it other than it's just fire stuff. And there's new designs on the way.
Comfortable shirts. Very comfortable shirts.
They're really comfortable shirts. Yeah.
They are.
Alpha Academy. Oh, wait. No, American Made is advertised for tonight, taking on Alpha Academy.
Okay.
That seems like it could be a blow-off, too.
I would hope so. I think it's about time.
So, Let's sell some stuff so I can buy a hat. Press podcast dad really wants a Wrestling Junkies podcast hat. So
I need a hat.
Yeah, help us
if
to
you
say how to do it.
Wrestling
cool
people.
stuff.
If you have a hat, I will wear it. Just throwing it out there.
You will.
Not that stupid Cincinnati hat that he always wears.
Why? I don't always. You know what? Fine. Yeah.
He's going Undisputed Era. Oh, okay. That's much better. It's much better. At least it's wrestling related.
Shout out to Zicky Dice.
Yeah, at least it's wrestling related.
I'm wearing a wrestling shirt.
Me too. You can go buy it. You can also buy that shirt with our affiliate.
Yeah.
I got you, buddy. I got you, buddy.
Man, I gotta say, it's been a night here for us, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has.
It is. It's probably about time to take this home. Yeah, I'm also starving. What's for dinner?
Me?
I'm asking you. Yeah.
Oh, I have no idea. Whatever's in my freezer at this point.
It's about where I'm going to.
Yeah,
that's okay.
I don't know what's in the freezer. I guess we'll find out, won't we? I gotta go feed my kids chicken nuggets though, so that's what they get: chicken nuggets and I think carrots tonight.
Dom would be proud.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's all they eat. So my Dom is a child.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much. As always, hit that QR code in the top left corner. Like, share, subscribe. Help us to run those numbers up. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at the Wrestling Junkies Podcast. We are on the road to 1,000 subs right now. We need your help. If you know how many people, Chris, this was the only part we had not done when you asked about all the blurbs and stuff. This is it. If you know one person, please do us a favor, share it with them. We have great content all the time, pretty much. We've got a fire lineup of guests. Remember, Finesse tomorrow night, Mike Quackenbush on Wednesday, Thursday, the Sirloin Sons of Bitches episode, Sam Holloway and Big Trouble Ben Bishop. Cannot wait for those conversations. Hope to see you guys in the chats. Thank you guys so much once again. Anything else, Podcast Dad?
I think I'm good. Enjoy wrestling. Be nice to each other, and let's have some fun.
Yep. Here. For the Podcast Dad and Mr. Cincinnati, this has been the Wrestling Junkies Podcast. We'll see you tomorrow night.